Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Future Today, where we take an unflinching look at what's on the horizon, not just this year, but 2030, 2040, and 2050. Today, we got some interesting nuggets about all kinds of different things. Just as a reminder, what we do here is we look at changes to people, changes to technology, changes to input or consumption, changes to output or production. And at the nexus of all those things, we get a tiny little sliver of a peek into the future. We look at forecasts, we look at predictions. Most of all, we look at projections and numbers, and we are straight up with you when projections often lie. So let's dive right in. Today's predictions found some interesting things out there. First, the Soldier Systems report. We've been at war for nearly 2 years now. All right, I'm rounding up. But that has to have an impact on the economy. What is that impact? We're going to talk about it. The binocular boom? Who saw that coming? I thought we were going digitization. I thought we had digital cameras. Let's talk about the binocular boom. Say that 3 times fast. There's a lot of dough in frozen bakery products. You might think we're going all organic. Not so fast. And predictions are hard. Yeah, so I want to talk about the game last night and what exactly happened there. So welcome to episode 3, The Future Today. And I'm going to dive right into the Soldier Systems report. So Soldier Systems, this is projections out to 2033. Now, with all this war going on, how is this really affecting the economy? Yes, we're buying weapons. Yes, we're buying ammunition. Everybody knows all about that. But think about the growth in soldier safety. We're moving from soldiers fighting soldiers to drones fighting soldiers to maybe drones fighting drones. This is the prediction. This is the direction we're going. And you can see that things are getting automated. We're protecting our people more and more. We're looking at surveillance systems, no more manned reconnaissance, it's unmanned reconnaissance. And we're looking at navigation systems, both for manned reconnaissance and unmanned reconnaissance. But this is the era. If there's a soldier in the field, they're highly protected, they're highly automated, they're loaded to the gills with tech, and this is going to create a boom for soldier, according to the Soldier Systems market report. And now for something completely different, but somewhat related, we're starting to see a binocular boom. Really? Okay. So why? Hunting is becoming more popular. Didn't see that coming, but I guess with all the gun proliferation that's starting to happen, spending on leisure and outdoor activities, nature lovers and wildlife photographers are accelerating the growth, and hunting is becoming a more and more well-liked pastime. What's fascinating for me here is these are lenses, not digital cameras. And it's kind of interesting to see us going back to the future and spending on lensed binoculars. So let's take a look at something completely different once again. You would think if you looked at every grocery store and the amount of shelf space that's going to organic foods, you would think that we are on a tear with organic foods. Not so fast. Frozen bakery products are expected to grow almost 7% annually, compounded annual growth rate from 2023 to 2030. That's going to be a $44 billion market. Now, for me, honestly, totally under the radar. I never would have thought about this, but it's a $28 billion market today. It's going to be a $44 billion market by 2030, or over the next 7 years. There's some fascinating items on this. So what's driving all this? First of all, this is the opposite of the fresh trend. Like, we're looking at items that can be shelved for 6 to 18 months. Wow. Like, that's a long time. That's kind of the opposite of the bananas I buy in the store that go bad in 2 days. There's a growing number of working professionals who need convenience food. And they're in-store bakeries and all that's growing really well, but there's a rising preference for on-the-go snacks for consumers, and that's contributing to the increasing demand of bakery items. What else is growing in your grocery store? What other kind of sales are growing? Get this. Shea butter, growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 14%. Not sure how you invest in shea butter, but man, is this stuff on a tear. So it's projected to reach $2.4 billion by 2030. Shea butter, high growth area. Who knew? Fascinating though. And finally, let's talk about the NFL. NFL projections. Look who's projected to be number one in the AFC West. Last year's champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Guess who lost last night? The Kansas City Chiefs. Our champions lost in the premier game of the season. That's not supposed to happen, but that just goes to show how wild and wacky sports predictions can be. So betting on U.S. football is always a crapshoot, which makes it always fun to watch and all the more interesting. I say this is one area where predictions, if they all came true, would make our life less interesting. So final thing, just as a tidbit, I throw it in here. Every now and then I go to Google, I type in the autocomplete, and this time I was typing in a query about what percent of blah. And these are the results that I got. So this is what people who type in what percent are likely to finish the sentence, likely have in their autocomplete. It's amazing what Google tells us about ourselves, even before we ask the question, what percentage of watermelon is water? Maybe that'll be an episode coming up for you soon. That's it. That's the future today. Look forward to your thoughts next time. If you have likes, comments, anything, predictions of your own, forecasts of your own, projections of your own, things you want us to copy, please put it down in the comments that I presume are below. And we'll look forward until next time. That's the future today.